Hi guys, Tony here. Thank you very much for joining me. Today is going to be the first lesson in a series of absolute beginner blues guitar lessons. So if you're a beginner guitarist, maybe you've learned a couple of chords, maybe you haven't, that's fine, and you want to learn some blues, then this is going to be the place for you. Maybe you don't have any intention of learning blues, maybe this lesson just popped up and you thought you'd give it a shot, but that's great you did, because I'm sure you'll want to continue your blues journey after this lesson. Me, myself, I only started learning blues a few years into my guitar journey because a friend showed me it, and I never looked back because it's just so different, it just sounds so cool, and it's a real way to break up, you know, the tediousness of practice, because you're just learning songs all the time and you're learning open chords and cowboy chords. It's great, but sometimes it's nice to mix it up a little bit, and blues gives you that, it gives you something a little bit different to practice. Anyways, today we're going to learn 3 simple chords. We're going to learn how to construct a 12-bar blues. It's going to be fun, simple, and bluesy. So pick up your guitar and let's get started. Okay, so the first 3 chords that we're going to learn is an E7, an A7, and a B7. Okay, we're going to start with an E7. Okay, which is like an E chord with your third finger taken off. I've got my first finger on the G on the first fret, and my middle finger on the A string of the second fret, and I'm playing every string there, alright? I'm going to play that chord for 4 bars, and a bar is just a count of 4 beats, and 4 beats sounds like this: 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a. So I could just strum down my chord: 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a. And that's absolutely fine, because that sounds pretty cool. I can play that and I can sing it. My baby gonna leave me for another man. Something or something, I will do what I can. You get the point, right? So you could do that. So it's a cool way to get started. But I'm going to give you something a little bit more challenging than that. Alright, we're going to add a little bit more strumming. So we're going to do this instead. 1, 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a. Alright, so for the A4, a, I'm going to come up, down, up. Alright, so down on the 1, 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a. See, I messed up myself, so no pressure. Anyways, that's the first 4 bars. Okay, then we're going to play 2 bars in A7. And with my A7, I got my middle finger on the D string and my third finger on the B. Alright, and I'm playing that from the A string. Alright. I'm going to do the exact same thing for 2 bars. I'm going to go 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a. And then I'm going to go back into my E7 chord and play that again for 2 bars. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a. Right, so that's 8 bars we've played so far. And I'm going to recap everything at the end and walk through it all, so don't worry if you lose track. Alright, so I played E7 for 4 bars, A7 for 2 bars, E7 for 2 bars, which leaves me 4 bars left to complete my 12-bar blues. So I'm going to play my B7, the exact same thing. So I get your first finger on the D string, the first fret, middle finger on the A of the second, and your third finger on the G of the second. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a. Into an A7. Now the good thing about changing chords here is, if you look, I just need to move these fingers down 1 string and take my first finger off. That's me into an A7. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a. Now we're on to the last 2 bars. Now the 11th bar we can do what's called a turnaround, which is something that kind of brings you back to the start. And it's got a real distinct sound to it, and it sounds really cool and bluesy. So our turnaround is going to sound like this. And that brings us right back to the start, okay? Quite cool, right? So, what I'm doing here is I'm going to the low E string, and I'm going 1, 2, okay, and I mean, I'm on the 4th fret, right? I'm going 0, 4, I'm just counting, 1, 2, and then opening the A string, 3, 4, on the 1. Like this. And then I'm going to go into my B7 again and finish it off. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back in to the start again. So I'm going to play a little recap of everything, nice and slow. You can try and play along, or you can just use it as a reference for your practice. So we're going to start on E7 for 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, A7, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, E7, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, B7, 1, 2, 3, A7, turn around. Now when I get into the B7 at the very end there, you'll notice I just do a little bit of strumming. I just make sure that I get that full bar. I can just leave it and get right back in to the 1 chord again. It's really up to yourself. So that is it. That's the full 12 bar blues. I hope you enjoyed that. Now this is a precursor to my full course, which I have on my website. You can check that in the links. And that takes you right from the beginner right up to intermediate level. So if you do want a full thorough course, you can check that out. But I will be doing a couple of lessons, a little mini series for absolute beginners. In the next lesson, we're actually going to be looking at adding a few licks into what we played there. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Anyways, take it easy, and I'll see you soon with a new lesson.